What is up, my man?
What's going on, coach?
It is the Dragon Slayer. It is I. I'm going to sing a little song for you.
Oh, perfect.
Guess what? I had a kid in class in my choir whose name was Daniel, and he was always like missing in action, man. I guess the rumor was he played video games all night. Choir was first period, and he was always missing choir. If he did come into the room, we had learned a song and we would sing it for him if he came in late and embarrass him in front. Did my Lord deliver Daniel? Deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel. Did my Lord deliver Daniel? Then why not every man? He delivered, and it keeps on going. But anyway,
Oh,
when I
yeah.
saw the name Daniel, I had to sing you that little song.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
So, where are you calling from?
I'm coming from Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's funny. I'm actually sitting in my office. We have a band concert tonight. I work in the Performing Arts Center at a local school here.
Oh, that's amazing. Tell me, wait, so are you a teacher or are you just like working with the center?
So support staff. We occasionally we have like a program here. It's service learning where if kids who want to go into the production world can come work with my boss and I, and basically shadow. We can pay them, which is actually nice. Gives them an incentive to come actually work after school because all the action happens in the evenings, not usually during the day.
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah.
So
Wow, that's cool, man. That's and Tulsa, that's I mean, that whole area is going to be great for music, In California, music has kind of gone the way of it's just it feels different. I started a drum line here, which has been really, really cool, and I built five recording studios, and so
oh, that's awesome.
I don't have a typical band, which is great because then it's like, oh, the band's playing. That's cool. No, the drum line's here. They're at the assembly. We want to hear them. The whole
Yeah.
community is like, jacked around this really cool performing group. We actually have our drumline showcase tonight. And
Oh, we're
so
actually
I'm
we're doing that in a
also,
couple weeks.
oh, that's awesome. So I actually am going to be here myself tonight
Sweet.
doing everything. Yeah, yeah. So do you do like light, sound, all that kind of stuff?
Yep. Oh yeah.
I guess on the band, it's not too much sound, right? Because they're going to be loud enough.
No, it's usually just light changes. We throw up a little projection on the back of our band shell. Comes up during the transitions, goes away during it. That's really the hardest part. And then we usually
Okay.
stream it all on YouTube. So,
Oh, that's cool, man. That's really cool. That's a cool job, dude.
oh, I love it.
Do you work like during the day and in the evening or just primarily in the evening?
It depends. I can kind of base my schedule around whatever the day is. If I want to get a little extra that week, I can come in a little early, do my normal, and then stay for the show. But we have shows on the weekends occasionally too, outside groups usually. But
Okay, got it. Got it. How old are you?
I'm 37,
Okay. Are you married or not married?
not married.
Ever been married?
Nope.
Sounds like me when I was 37 and I heard you're the exact age when I went on Survivor. And they asked me, I said, nope, never gonna have it.
Right.
And then it
But you're
came.
saying there's a chance.
Well, it came, man. I'll tell you what, every time when I put out in the universe, I'm never gonna get married, never gonna have kids. Then it was like God was like, oh, okay, cool. Here's what I got coming down the pipe for you.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Let's talk about you. Well, no, actually, before we do that, just because we're here, did you get this for yourself or somebody got it for you?
I bought it for myself. So yeah, I had to tell you. So my buddy Michael and I, huge Survivor fans, and we were obviously bummed last week. But yeah, every week we're like, Coach is the best. We were so pumped that you were on season 50. It's like if we don't watch it together, we're like texting each other
Mhm.
like, oh my gosh, like Coach is the best. Like you're probably one of our favorites.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I actually, I'm very reclusive. I don't do events. Um, I am doing a rock show, this season, and I've been out there for the fans, and I've been, doing this. But it's something that I really felt I needed to do, and I felt like called to do it, and it was cool because it really went viral, and thousands of people were asking for nicknames, and I just said I can't do that.
Right.
Ethan Zone actually texted me, winner of Africa, and he says, Coach, I got a great idea for you. It was 2 days after I did the nicknaming thing on the episode. And I was like, what's that? And he was like, you're welcome, because it's big. And I was like, what? And he was like, nickname ceremony. And I was like, well, great. But like more than that, it's like getting to meet people. It's getting to
Right.
talk into their lives. It's, the name is powerful and I don't do it flippantly. If you said to me, hey, coach, let's smoke a bong and I'll pay you $500 if you smoke a bong on Zoom for me. I'd say, forget about it. That doesn't bring me any satisfaction. I want to
Right.
connect with people. So it's been really a good blessing and congratulations on, doing it for yourself and making the time for it. And I mean, like you're part of the friggin' Dragon Slayer tribe now. I love it. So anyway, you got a question for me before we get into you?
Actually, as yes, so I actually had a couple questions, but let's see here. I have them on my little thing here. So, listening to your exit interview last week with Tyson, you said that you kind of found the meaning of life during this last season of Survivor. So, like, what does that mean for you?
Yeah. So I said I've discovered the meaning of life between Survivor 23 and Survivor 50.
Gotcha.
Okay. But this season was very healing. It was a great blessing. I love being on this time, and I was supposed to be out there for the duration that I was. In my 20s and 30s, I really felt like life was about, I know this sounds silly, fame, power, winning championships, getting 6 cars in the garage, and just having like this huge list of accomplishments and achievements. I want to be remembered. So, am I remembered at Simpson University where I started their soccer and baseball programs? Yeah, I mean, they did actually have a little banquet in my honor 2 years ago. What else? Southwest Baptist University. Yeah, I was there and it was a golden age, but 20 years from now, nobody's going to remember that. And so, I think that there's a time and a place for that. I think there's a time and a place for being selfish. I think that there's a time and a place to go and say, I'm going to crush all the obstacles and I'm going to live for myself. And I think that there's a time for you to say, now it's time for me to think about the a generational legacy that I'm going to be leaving. And so the meaning of life is very simple. All the things that I just mentioned is like chasing a ghost. I've had all of them, right? I mean, I've had all of them. 5 million people came to my, Instagram a month now. It doesn't matter. Now I want 6 million. Now I want 7. It doesn't matter, right? It's the
Right.
cars in my garage are sick, man, but I get tired of them after a week. And so really the meaning of life is to wake up every morning without your phone on and have a relationship with the creator of the universe. I'm not preaching to anybody, but I've found that grounds me. I take my father's Bible, I look up a scripture, I pray, I meditate, and that is the first thing because I felt convicted during COVID when I was restless and looking at the news and getting up
Yep.
and looking at my phone and playing games on my phone and then in the afternoon I was miserable and one day I just felt seek first the kingdom of God. Seek first the kingdom of God, and everything will be given to you. And so I seek first. That's the first thing I do in the morning. The second meaning of life is it is this way, man. And like, I felt like I was supposed to be a hermit. I felt like I was supposed to be alone my whole life. I love traveling alone, but I feel like a big part of our life is to find that soulmate and to crush life's obstacles together. And that might be a sore subject with you, or maybe you just don't want to be. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? But I'm just like, that's huge. And like every science fiction movie on the planet talks about the existence of the human race and will it continue after a catastrophe? Well, I got 3 kids, so I'm doing my part. And then the last thing is, we're born with this magic inside of us. I see it in my kids. They want to beat it out of them. I said this on my exit press. They wanted to beat it out of me, and they successfully did beat it out of me. But we're born with this joy. It's magical. We're born with kindness. We're born with love. Those 3 things we're supposed to give to everybody that we meet. I say every day to my kids, when I'm extra nice to somebody, it's free. I can make that Starbucks barista, I can make her day by just being over the top, not inauthentic, but just saying, I hope your day is going amazing and not saying it again, not unauthentically. And so that's it, man. That's it. That's the 3 things. What else is important in life?
Yep.
You look at professionally, we got to do something that we love to do. Life is too short to not do something that we love doing. You're lucky, right? Because Daniel, you're in the 1%. Most people hate going to work. I love going to work. You obviously love going to work. So we're in the 1%. So personally, set goals, be big, make it big time, change people under us, inspire people every day. I guess I should add a fourth one meaning of life. But then that is to inspire, motivate, lead, and challenge everybody around us that we meet, And so that's I'm adding that right now, dude. Next time you see me on an exit press, I'll say there's a four things we're here because that's actually true.
Right.
So yeah, so that's what I meant.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Like I said, yeah, my church we did a digital fast at the beginning of the year. So basically just staying off of anything
Mm.
that's a distraction. And I'll tell you that whole month it was very freeing. It was amazing. I was like, I never looked at my phone and was like, oh, I need to scroll social media or whatever. It was
Mm.
the best month
That's cool.
I've had in a long time.
That's cool. That's really cool. What else? What other question you got? You said you had more than one.
Well, let's see here. Well, now that I'm part of the tribe, so what advice could you give me to help others succeed, especially working with students?
Yeah, I think that I don't know how many students you have, if it's a couple or if it's a bunch, but everybody wants to be loved, valued, and respected. Okay. Loved, valued, respected. And very rarely will we receive all three of those. Think about your parents. If they were great parents, you loved them. Did you respect them? Sometimes not. Did you appreciate them? No, you probably took them for granted because they're always there. So that's what humans need, those three things. And what I've found with students is to be an inspiration to them, to just at moments make things very personal. So for example, today in choir, I looked at one of the kids. I said, "Man, I love those shoes." I said in front of everybody, "I love those shoes. Your fit today is awesome." That was it. Didn't make a big deal about it, and then continued on my way. I used to do this with all my soccer teams. I would call it pollinating the tribe, pollinating the team. My assistant coaches and me would divide up the team, and we would just go up to somebody. How are things going? Like outside of the job, outside of the classroom. So, how are your other classes doing? Or like, what do you got going? It was your birthday last night. This girl today was in choir and her birthday was yesterday. And I said, Haley, I said, what was the birthday like last night? What did you have for dinner? She was like, oh, I had meatloaf and mashed potatoes. I said, is that your favorite meal? She said, yeah, it is. That positive affirmation that we're just
Yeah.
connecting with people one on one and making it real and making it personal. That's the advice that I would give
Yeah.
because everybody needs that
I think I
above
guess
and
my
beyond the job.
Yeah, oh yeah. So I guess my last question, my buddy and I were talking last night. So who in Survivor would be like your coach? Like who do you think besides yourself would be the best Survivor player?
I mean, I can't see anybody coaching me, right? That's kind of like a two-part question. I haven't found anybody that's Tyson came closest to it, right? And then I said, "Well, your advice is merited, but I shan't take it." And then, but I think the best player, I mean, I hate to say it. I think Sandra's actually one of the worst players that's played, and I've played next to her. Um, but I think that Parvati's probably the greatest player. I wanted her out day one. I said she's the most dangerous player out here. I told everybody that. She made her way to the end. She should have won. And so I think she's the greatest player that's ever played. I was very immensely satisfied that she won Australia versus the world.
Yeah.
Super cool. Super
Yeah.
cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
All right. So now to you, sir. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
So, all right. So would you say that you are a shield or a spear?
A shield.
Okay. Do you have something that you would value in your friends? Honesty, loyalty, integrity. Which one of those would you say?
Loyalty.
Okay. I like that. I'm the same way. What about you want to exist on the mountaintops or the valleys?
Probably the valley.
That's where we forge our character. I would agree with that. You're telling me all the answers that I would answer, man. And actually, I'm just making up some of these questions. I don't have a pattern, right? But I do have one that I ask everybody: your greatest strength of character and your greatest weakness of character. And the weaknesses, of course, we work on until they become our strengths.
Yep. Yeah, so I would say probably one of my greatest strengths is that I'm a super loyal person and I will go to battle for anybody, family,
Mm.
friends, students. It doesn't really matter. The flip side of that is I would say kind of my greatest weakness is kind of part of my greatest strength is that um, I do care so much that I tend to wear my emotions on my sleeve. But I would say the people who do know me know that I'm very passionate and that I'm very caring. And, sometimes I can get in the way. But like you said, I'm constantly working on it.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. It's coming to me. I'm feeling it, but not yet. Even though our time is up, we're still going. Because I haven't gotten it yet. Tell me something that is a hope of yours for the next 10 years and something that might be a fear of yours in the next 10 years.
Oh man. Um, well, I would say maybe this is kind of kind of both of the same thing, would love to, hopefully find that special person, potentially begin that family. But there's also kind of that fear of the unknown of,
Mm,
potentially starting that journey, and kind of maybe letting myself be willing to be free enough to, take that risk.
mm. Like it. I like it. Yeah, that's cool. That speaks to me. That speaks to me. Um, since you're in the performing arts world, like did you have anything that you did musically or artistically, or you just are behind the scenes?
Yeah, so actually, it's funny. Behind me, I actually have both the Louis Armstrong and the John Philip Sousa Award from when I was in high school. Played trombone. I was one of the drum majors. I was in choir. Did musicals with my choir. We didn't have a drama group. We didn't have a drama class at my school, but the choir put on the drum or the musicals. So I did musicals as well.
I started off this singing you a song. Now I'm going to play you something on my trumpet.
Oh,
Nobody else has
amazing!
gotten this, man. You think I've
Yes.
sung to anybody else? Hell no. I've never played that
Yes.
in my life, but I
Uh,
heard 76
that's
trombones like
right. I love it.
Okay. You ready for the nickname?
Oh, I'm so ready.
Wait till you see what this comes in, man. We just sent out the first one the other day and I got a video of it from Trinity and it is champ, man. It
Oh,
looks
I
so
can't
good.
wait.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do it like this, like this. Um, Knight of the Cinder, Cinder, Knight of the Cinder Psalm. Okay? Psalm. Knight of the Cinder Psalm. I don't think I'll be able to give this to anybody else. A knight because we are here to protect and serve. Cinder because we are burning inside of us, right? That passion for what we do, passion for other people, but also passion for, moving forward. And, I pray over these Zooms, but I also pray for you that one out there that comes and that cinder that's inside of you, right, that is waiting to explode into a bigger flame, um, that would be found and reciprocated. I pray that on your life, and also because you are a musician, and the psalm is what we put out of our lips, right, to praise and to sing
Yep.
and to reward and to acknowledge and to voice our frustrations. It's all of those emotions that we're able to come from internally and then put it out for everybody to hear, but most importantly, the creator of the universe. So there you have it, man.
Thank you. You're the best.
All that's going to be written down because you know what? I couldn't repeat that if I tried. It'd be impossible, man.
Right?
All right, brother. I got to run to my next call. It's awesome to meet you. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And thank you for everything.
All right, brother.
See ya.